Shotgun with Charlie.
Riding shotgun refers to the practice of sitting next to the driver in a moving vehicle. The term riding shotgun came around after the time of the stagecoach, when somebody used to sit next to the driver holding a shotgun, in case they ran into bandits. My name is Charlie Cook, and I drive a lot. I like to talk to people while I'm driving, so I interview people in my car while I'm driving. Welcome to Riding Shotgun with Charlie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie. Today, I am in Middleboro, Massachusetts, and I am with John Costa. John, good to see you. Well, we got to do this because we're in the middle of the...
elbows.
I know, it's ridiculous. We're in the... this is during the coronavirus nonsense? Is it
nonsense? Nonsense, yeah.
It is nonsense. Anyway, so we're here to talk with you. You have a gun store called the Gunrunner, and it's here in Middleboro, and you have decided to stay open after Governor Baker and AG Attorney General, anti-gun Attorney General Maura Healey said that gun stores are not essential businesses. So tell us about your business. How long has your business been around?
Well, first of all, I have to get this straight. Are you sure you're talking about Governor Charlie Faker and moron Healey, the
Right.
Attorney General? Okay, I just want to get that straight.
Those are them.
All right. Well, let me tell you that I was an alien. I immigrated into this country at 2 years old. And from the Azores, and my mother told me horror stories about the Socialist Republic in Portugal. Mm-hmm. How we were all starving, disease. There would be times that we'd go, my relatives, they're all dead now except for one, who would go out in the middle of the night to the farmers' fields to pick up all the leftover potatoes that the farmers would leave behind so we could have something to eat.
Wow.
Yes, because all of it was going to either the socialist government, the socialist police, and the socialist dignitaries.
Wow.
That's what was going on in them days. Mm-hmm. And this was during and right after the war. My mother being an American citizen, which came over here during the Depression with my grandfather and grandmother, and they did not like it here. They went back, but she was born here, so we had a chance of being called over by my mother.
Wow, that's cool.
Yes, who came over here pregnant with my brother Joseph and worked in the Rhode Island looms to make enough money to bring me and my father to this country.
God bless her.
I couldn't speak a word of English until I went to school, for Pete's sakes. So, anyways, I joined the service.
Thank you for your service.
During the Vietnam conflict. Oh, by the way, that would be the socialist conflict, because that's what the Vietnam War was all about.
Right.
I joined the service. I put in for Vietnam numerous of times and kept on getting sent to Newport, Rhode Island, Little Creek, Virginia, the Mediterranean, so I never did see any of Vietnam. Mm-hmm. And I really feel for you guys who did serve in Vietnam, and thank you so much for your service. But, as you've been noticing, it's not doing a damn bit of good. We fought, we died, for right now it's going to end up being for nothing. Because of these socialist pigs, these Democrats, most of them, and the rhino Republicans who claim to be Republicans, and they're not. Like in the case of Charlie Faker, all right? Or, as you know, Charlie Baker. And, I think he's been doing a good job. Mm-hmm. I think we ought to celebrate, put out a national holiday in honor of him. I think we should pick a date in the year. I would say April 1st. What do you think, folks? But anyways, speaking about that, let's change the subject. Let's talk to the fact that now they're trying to close us down. For sure, he picked out all the essential businesses that could stay open, like grocery stores. I agree with that.
Sure.
Hospitals, of course. Pharmacies, yes. But what in the hell does package stores have to do with essential businesses? God knows we have enough problems with drunken drivers. We have enough problems with homeless using their bottle money to buy booze and giving us all kinds of grief in Boston, in New York. Who's got the biggest coronavirus rate right now? Mostly the homeless. And yet we're opening our package stores so they can come in and buy more booze and pass around more virus. You know why? Because Massachusetts gets good taxes on a liquor. So why would they want to close something that's putting money in their pocket? They don't care about us. They care about what goes in their wallet. They care about power. They care about greed. And that's all they care about. They give you this big sob story about how they want to protect us. So did the communists and so did the socialists, and none of it works. So now they want to close us down. Well, better way to do gun control, take away our rights, by, hey, you can't be open, you can't sell guns, it's for your own good, we're going to protect you. Really? You really believe that? And all you senior citizens, most of you, who helped put these animals in office, have you read the Boston Globe lately? You come down with the coronavirus, you get sent to a care facility. If there's anybody there younger than you who they think or consider has a better chance of survival, they will let you die and take care of the more healthier ones, because we're not worth it anymore. We don't contribute. We're a burden. We're a liability. We are costing them money. So know this for a fact. So no, I am not closing my shop. I am not going to stop selling firearms. I am going to protect us, the citizens, from the tyranny of these socialists. And we have every right under the Constitution of this country that we fought and died for. I'm done.
Other than that, you have no strong feelings.
I have no strong feelings.
All right, let's backtrack a little.
Okay.
How long have you had the store open?
I've been in business since 1984.
1984?
No, I take that back. I'm lying. 1986.
1986.
I keep on messing up on the dates. Well, I'm 71. You know, you're going to give me a little break.
We'll cut you some slack, absolutely. So, has business always been good?
No.
No?
In the beginning, doing in the 80s, business was very good. I was making a living. Mm-hmm. Then these socialists started getting into it and trying to ban this, ban that. Come out with all of these checks and balances, like the Merck's check and the what's that? I can't even think. The Brady Bill.
The Brady Bill, right?
All right, the Brady Bill. Let me say something about the Brady Bill real quick. It works fine, but during the Obama administration, there were people who slipped through the cracks that were warned, talked about, told to the people in charge of this, like the FBI, and they turned a blind eye to this. And what happened? Mass school shootings.
Right.
We've had these not so stable kids getting in all kinds of trouble, being arrested, being expelled. This is all on record. Yet, how come the FBI never knew about it? How come they were allowed now to buy these firearms and turn around, or the parents, and were able to turn around, get a hold of these things, and kill all kinds of kids? I myself call it bully shootings, because I think that's what it was. Because I know all about bullies and how they can drive you insane when you're a kid in school and you got nowhere to turn.
In the month of March, the country became concerned about this coronavirus that we have. And I think it was on Friday, March 13th. I'm a school teacher by day, and I haven't had school since then. And I was concerned. I'm like, well, okay, school's not going to happen. We'll figure something out and we'll work around it. But then the governor came out and said, hey, only essential businesses can be open. And what really works me up is he came up with a list of essential businesses, but it was all vague, and it seemed like it included almost everybody.
Yep.
And
Except the gun industry.
Right, and then he came out less than 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, came out recently and said, the president came out and said gun stores can be open, and then Charlie Baker came out and he said gun stores can be open, and then he's like, whoops, gun stores can't be open, and then I'm going to put this up, a picture of the tweet from Maura Healey, the Attorney General in Mass, and she said that, and this is what got me, she said that this is not a time that people should have access to guns during this health pandemic, or this healthcare emergency, and that law-abiding, background check passing citizens are a threat to police officers, first responders, and domestic violence survivors. And I'm like, wait a second, so you're telling me that I shoot police, that I shoot first responders, and that I'm a domestic abuser?
Can I add one more thing to that?
Absolutely.
And why in the hell is she letting the prisoners loose?
Right.
A crook is a crook. Always. They don't change. Well, for the most part, most of them do not. So now, she didn't mention the fact that all of these prisoners are going to be loose, put out, back out on the streets. What are we supposed to do? Have a cop sitting at every doorstep to keep these looters, these criminals, these rapists, these house invaders away from us? Really, Maura Healey? That's why you are moron Healey. Because you have no brains, you have no common sense, and all you think about is your political career, and you've got Governor Baker right in your pocket, don't you, sweetheart?
Love it. Well, then he came out and said that we can't. I think it was about a week ago, I got an email. I actually got a message from a friend of mine, and he said, hey, listen, did you hear that Governor Baker said gun instructors cannot teach classes? So I contacted my guru, John Green, with the Gun Owners Action League, and I'm like, hey, man, have you heard about this? And John sends me the email that he got. And about 2 hours later, I got the same email that says I can't even teach classes. Most of the classes that I teach are... there's sometimes when I teach large classes, but for the most part, I teach small classes, which are less than 10 people.
There's no explanation required. Stopping the gun classes has nothing to do with spreading the virus.
Right.
This is all about gun confiscation. It's all about this socialist regime of being able to obtain power, and then we become the slaves.
It's ridiculous.
It is totally ridiculous. It's not ridiculous. It's insane.
It is.
It's insane, and it's scary as all hell. This is Russia all over again. This is Cuba all over again. Mm-hmm. This is Vietnam all over again. What the hell did I risk my life for?
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary how easy people have backed down.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Come on, people, wake up before it's too late.
Yeah.
Keep these politicians, these socialist, Democrat animals out of office. Send them packing. Tell them there's no room for socialism. There's no room for communism. There's no room for any of that stuff. We are a great nation who fought to prevent that. And there it is, right at our doorstep. And we're blind to it until it's too late.
Yeah, it's going to get too late quick. Yes. What I'm a little shocked by is how fast things have changed. How we went from being free America, the economy's doing great, to the economy's not doing great. You can't leave your house. You can only go out for essential items. These people are the essential employees that
yes.
These are the only people that can be working. Everyone else needs to stay at home.
Oh, and let me throw this in. The governor said all these small businesses are going to have financial aid. We're going to take care of you, except the gun industry. What does that tell you, people? Yeah. What is this man talking about? It's about wiping us out. Yeah. It's about power all over again. And we can't give him that power.
I completely agree. It's nuts. So how did things go down for you? You said you got a notification?
I got the Board of Health showing up with an order, cease and desist. And I looked him in the eye and says, what do you want me to do with this toilet paper? And I threw it on the floor.
Wow.
And I says, I got the message. We're curbside anyways. Get off my property. And they went away. I haven't heard anything from anyone.
Nothing since then, huh?
Nothing since then. I know she's waiting. She talks about fines and this and that. Fines. And I'm going to be talking about a federal lawsuit. Let's see how well you do in front of a federal judge with this huge lawsuit that we're going to hit the state of Massachusetts with and everything else. And the definition of the assault weapons bill that you came out with. You're going to lose, sweetheart, and when you do, I don't know where this state's going to get the money to support themselves after half the state of Massachusetts goes after you, the socialist pigs. Thank you.
Yeah, this is the thing with the pushing towards socialism. There's going to be a point where there are more takers than there are givers. Like there's going to be more people living off the system than there are that are putting in the system.
Yeah.
And it's going to go real quick. All the money that's coming, and they say that all this money's coming. Have you received the $1,200? Did you?
No, I didn't receive anything yet.
Yeah, I didn't receive anything either. It's where's all this money going to keep coming from? Where's it going to keep coming from? It's insane. I got when I got the notice that said before I got the notice to say that I could not teach classes. I submitted a form and to be an essential business.
I did that too.
Yep.
I did that too, because we supplied the police. We sell them duty weapons. We sell ammunition. I had a state trooper in my parking lot yesterday. He came back 3 times. People were getting concerned.
Oh my!
That this is it. Right, this is the day. And so when I opened up, they're all warning me about him. He showed up. The poor guy, he needed ammo. He couldn't find it anywhere because you, the socialist pigs, shut all the gun shops down. He could not find ammo for his duty weapon anywhere except the Gunrunner. He was very appreciative. I won't mention any names. I have quite a few state troopers who agree with me. So Maura Healy, you go on and send your henchmen. Trust me, they're going to drag me out in chains. That's what they're going to do. And I can't, and that would really further your cause, sweetheart. So you go on and do such a thing. Go on, do it.
I love it, man. 71 years old.
70? Hey, I'm going to be dead anyways. I know I won't survive. If I go to prison, I won't survive. I have a pacemaker. I've had it now for 13 years. What do you think? I'm a little upset right now. I could be probably putting my life at risk right now as I speak because I'm so hot and bothered, so fired up. And how do you think my heart is racing? This thing is already warning me right now that I got to slow down. I have to calm down, but I can't. I cannot do it, even if it kills me. I will not give in to these socialist pigs.
It's insane. It's nuts. It's nuts. So, cops come in looking for ammo.
Of course they do. They come in for Glocks. The gun that Maura Healy says is the most dangerous thing out there. And she doesn't think anyone should have them. Except I'm told, I don't know how true it is, she carries one.
Really?
Yes. And her girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever the hell it is.
Significant other,
whatever, also has one. What a hypocrite. Of course she's going to deny it. Of course she will. She's a socialist. They're good at that.
Yeah, she seems to be less than truthful on a bunch of stuff. Very
less than truthful. She's got you all snowed in the name of law and order, in the name of protecting us. Bullshit.
Love it, man. Love it. I don't know if you saw this. The Second Amendment Foundation, the Firearms Policy Coalition, the Gun Owners Action League, and Com2A have come out and said that they are going to they're going to sue the state of Massachusetts.
Not in Massachusetts. They don't have a chance in Massachusetts. It's got to be federal. They have to take them to federal court because there we don't have socialists yet. Yes. Thanks to Obama. Now Obama. What am I saying? Oh, Trump.
The Trump, right.
My supreme leader. He told me I could run a shop I listen to him, not these socialist governors.
Right. Yeah, it seems I've seen a lot of people on social media that when all this stuff went down, they said, hey, we got to shut this. They're closing gun stores and people can't buy guns, and people say, well, this is ridiculous, and it is ridiculous. And they're like, well, the president said gun stores can stay open. They're like, yeah, of course stores can stay open. And then they turn around and then they say the governor said you have to close up. Well, are you supposed to listen to the federal law? Are you supposed to listen to the state law? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And you socialist pigs think you're going to beat him in the elections? Let me know how that works out for you.
Yeah, it's a bit nuts. It is a bit nuts. So I really hope that they come in favor of common sense. Have you had any people come into the store that don't have gun licenses that get worked up because they can't buy anything?
Yes, I have.
You have?
And first thing I say, where have you been living? Under a rock? You don't see what's going on around. Oh, I don't vote. Of course you don't vote, and this is what they're counting on. People like you who don't vote.
Yeah.
And people like most senior citizens who don't know any better, because they will vote for the devil if he said they're going to take care. If he says he's going to take care of them.
Right.
And I tell these people, and they go out the door all upset, this and that.
Right, they're all worked up at you.
They're all worked up at me.
Because they haven't done anything. They haven't been active. They hadn't said, hey, listen, they're the same people that will say, hey, we should have a waiting period, and hey, we should have background checks, and hey, you should have to take a class, and you should have some sort of proficiency. And then they don't think it applies to them.
Yeah.
But then when they need to buy a gun because
sorry, bud,
there's nothing you can do for them.
You're out of luck.
Yeah.
You have to go through all the proper channels, and by then I think it's too late, because for one, no classes are to be given out, which we do. The hell with you, Governor Baker. We give classes to anyone who wants it. That's called freedom of speech, or did you not hear about that? It's called the First Amendment. Of course, if you get to become more powerful than your cronies do, there will not be no First Amendment. And how do you like that, all you nice people who voted for all these idiots?
Yeah, then these people, they get upset with you because they can't get a gun. I had someone, this woman took a class from me 6 years ago. She took the class, did not get her gun license, called me up in a frenzy about a month ago, early in March, and she's like, hey, I'm concerned. I want to get my gun license. I need a refresher. And so we did a refresher for her. She got her license. I'm going to say right about the time last week when the governor said the gun stores have to close. I think she was able to buy something just in the nick of time, and then she's like, okay, where do I need to go to get ammo? So now I'm going to tell her, come down to Gunrunner.
2 days ago, we made a 4-hour trip all the way to Westfield, Mass, because they had some ammo. It's Cam4, a distributor, which, by the way, surprisingly enough, are allowed to be open. They work out of their homes from their computers and stuff like that. They have 1 or 2 people at the warehouse. I went there, it took us 4 hours round trip to pick up this measly amount of ammo, because everybody and their uncle want it, need it, have to have it. We have to share so we don't sell the whole thing to one person who wants like the whole case.
Right.
It sounds like he's going to defend himself from an army or whatever. But anyways, this is the way it's happening. We do have ammo now. We sell it bit by bit, piece by piece. First come, first served, first come. That's how it's done. Yeah. We do curbside sales because we don't want to catch the virus.
Oh my God! I walked right in the store. You're like, wait! Don't step in.
You got as far as the foyer. We stopped you in your tracks. Yes, and that's how it's being done. They're allowing restaurants to do this. They're allowing quite a few places to do this.
Right.
And because we're a gun shop, we can't do this.
But it's
what are we talking about here?
Yeah, it's completely ridiculous that they're picking on the gun businesses and the gun industry.
They want to close us down. Nothing to do picking on. It's all about eliminating us. Period. That's what it is. It's what it's all about.
What's also been frustrating is not only are they letting criminals out, but then the government, a lot of police stations have come out and said that, hey, listen, you know what? Little fender benders, we're not going to come out for unless there's a personal, unless there's some sort of an injury. They're not going to come out, and they're not going to file a report and send it in. Talk to them later.
I'll tell you right now, the police are doing all they can to help us.
Oh, sure.
They are our angels in uniform. They do all they can to stop all of these criminals and stuff like that. But the minute these criminals are arrested, they go to court, and these socialist judges let them out.
Let them out.
All over. Well, I guess it's job security for them.
Sure.
That's what it is, folks. Job security for them. So meanwhile, the police are fighting an uphill battle, trying to protect us. That's what's going on.
I call it the revolving door of justice.
Yes.
Because the criminals come in, and
Well put.
go out.
Well put. They go back out. Oh yeah, this guy gets let loose again. He does more stuff.
All right. Well, listen, we are almost out of time. I want to thank you very much for hopping in the car on a short notice. I know when I called you the other day, you were on with Glenn Beck.
Yes, I was.
Which is pretty cool. You've been doing radio all over the place.
Well, not yet. You're the second one.
Oh,
I've
awesome.
turned down quite a few offers from other radio stations.
Well, I'm honored. It's Glenn Beck and Riding Shotgun with Charlie. You get that?
I don't want to start a riot. I don't want to do any of that. But I want you people to wake up. See what's going on. Do not believe these socialists. They are not in your interest. They are in their interest. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So how can people find your shop, the Gunrunner?
We have a Facebook website. We have a Gunrunner website.
Yep.
Either one of those. And if you go on my Gunrunner website and you email me, our email is the Gunrunner LLC at Comcast.net.
Okay. We'll put a link in for that.
Or the Gunrunner. I'm not sure for sure, but because I'm kind of bad in remembering stuff. And then mostly that's the one, is the Gunrunner LLC at Comcast.net. And I will get anything and everything through that. They haven't shut that down on us yet. Thank God for the First Amendment so far.
So far.
And that would be one of our websites. And later on we will try to put in links to other websites that you can get us to, and through our Facebook website.
All right, so we'll put some links for the Facebook. We'll put some stuff for the website. If you are in Massachusetts, the Gunrunner is one of the stores that is staying open and fighting the power and sticking it to the anti-gun politicians that we have here in Massachusetts.
Yes, and again, if you come into Massachusetts, I want to welcome you into the Republic, the Socialist Republic of Massachusetts.
It's discouraging that it's called the Commonwealth, which already sets it out.
That is not the Commonwealth.
Everyone has to chip in.
This is the state that fought the hardest for our rights against the English. We are outnumbered 2-1. 3% went up against the English, who were, by the way, at that time, socialists. And we had all kinds of the sympathizers who sympathized with the English. So 3% told them to get the hell out of our state, and here we are,
back at it,
fighting a whole different type of English.
But the same nonsense.
But the same nonsense all over again.
All over. All right, well, listen, thank you very much for hopping in the car, for doing this Riding Shotgun with Charlie. Please make sure you like and subscribe Riding Shotgun with Charlie on Facebook, and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio. Make sure you check out all of the shows on the Self-Defense Radio Network. SDRN.us is the website. That is where you find all of your pro-freedom podcasts in the same place. And we will see you guys next time on Riding Shotgun with Charlie. Thank you very much.